So let us see the numerical based upon the last problem or the derivation we have solved. So let us say we have a numerical here problem. So what is my problem is, so let us say I have a bar. They have given me bar, that is the fixed in one hand side, and that bar that bar is so this is your steel and this is your steel and this is your copper. So this is my steel and this is my copper. So what is the length here? So this length is 0.5 meter and this length is 0.75 meter, and they have given this gap, that is, you all know this is the delta value. So they have given this value is equal to how much? They have given this value is equal to, this gap is equal to 0.4 mm. So this is the value they have given. Now for this steel they have given the E value. What is the E value for this? Before that they have given the diameter of the steel. So the diameter of the steel is how much? The diameter of the steel they have given the diameter of the steel is 75 mm, and they have given the diameter of the copper is 50 mm, right? And they have given the E value, E for steel they have given 200 GPa, and E for copper they have given 70 GPa is. Yes, 70 GPa. Now they have given us the thermal coefficient as well. So thermal coefficient for steel they have given 11.17 into 10 raised to power minus 6, and all of you know the unit degree per centigrade. Similarly they have given for the thermal coefficient for Cu, how much they have given for copper? They have given 21.6 into 10 raised to power minus 6 degree per second. So this is all by given data they have given to me, and so they have given also delta T, the raising temperature. How much they have given the delta T is 50 degree centigrade. This is the thing, and they asked me to determine forces in bar, steel and copper, and they asked me to calculate stresses. Similarly, stresses in bar, steel and copper. So they asked me these two things. I have to calculate the forces P in the steel and the copper, and I have to calculate the stresses sigma in the. But see, the thing of the understanding in this question, or the thing that you have to understand in this question, nowhere they have asked me to calculate sigma T. They didn't ask me to calculate thermal stress. They have simply asked me to calculate. If they asked me to calculate thermal stress, definitely I will use the formula for the partially. And what is this case is? This case is for partially rigid case. So for partially rigid case, I know my sigma T value. I know my sigma T is equal to how much? This is E into alpha delta T L minus delta divided by L. This is the case. But they didn't ask me thermal stress. They asked me only stresses. What is the stresses generating in both of them? I can calculate from this as well. But the thing is that they asked in the individually steel and copper. So let us calculate the stresses and let us calculate this all the terms. So my first thing is to calculate. So they have given me this all things too. So let us calculate the expansion in the bar. So I will make it in the case of the expansion in the bar. So how much expansion is there in the bar? If you don't want to calculate the expansion in the bar like this, then you can calculate in other way as well. So first of all, I will calculate my expansion, how much expansion is taking place in this bar and how much it can move. Okay, if I will get this value and I will get this value, definitely I can calculate what is the delta value. If one time I got my delta value, I can go for my calculation of this P. So you all know that how to calculate P as well. So let us calculate. So one thing is very clear here, that total delta is equal to how much? Sigma steel plus sigma copper. This is my total. This is my delta net. How I know that? Because expansion will take place only that much the stress will be introduced. So the stress is introducing in the steel and the copper, that much total this particular change in the length I have kept. So let us say that how much it can be get. So first of all, I will calculate the delta value. So how I will calculate? First, free expansion. So I will do free expansion first. So my free expansion, you all know my free expansion delta value. Delta is equal to alpha delta TL. But there is not only one material, there is the two materials. So definitely I will do total is S plus delta Cu. So I will plus both the things. So I will write here delta is equal to alpha for what? Steel, delta T for steel, and L length for steel, plus I will write alpha for Cu, delta T for Cu, and delta T is common for everyone, every bar, and L for Cu. So this is for steel and this is we are going to for coal. Getting my point? If I am going to put my values, before going to put my values, where I need to be change the values. So I know that I need to be change my values because the units are not symmetrical. If units are not symmetrical, I need to be make the symmetrical units. So for making symmetrical units, this 0.5 I will convert into mm, then it will become 500 mm, and this I will convert in mm, then this will become 750 mm. So I am going to get from here, and this GPA I need to be convert. So we all know that GPA, what is the GPA is gigapascal. So giga is equal to 10 raised to power 9. So I will write here 200 into 10 raised to power 9, and this is going to be come into Newton per meter square. But I need my value in the Newton mm square. So if I will solve it, I am going to get 2 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per mm square. You can solve it out. I hope you can solve this. This is not a very difficult. Similarly, I am going to get for this as well 0.70 Newton per mm square. Getting my point? So I am going to get this value if I will solve into the mm. Rest of the all things are in the symmetrical. So let us solve now my question and put my values here. So let us put the values. So I am going to put this. So what I am going to get from here, alpha is equal to, so delta as they have given me 11.7 into 10 raised to power minus 6, and they have given me into 50 degree, that is the temperature common for all the subject, and into, that is the LS, that is the 500, and plus, and I am going to get plus alpha CU value they have given me 21.6 into 10 raised to power minus 6, and after that they have given me the temperature again, that is the 50 degree, and after that they have given me the length of copper. So length of copper is 750. So from here I am going to get this value. You solve this, if you will solve this, then you are going to get from here, then you are going to get here 1.125, I hope 1.1, this is 1.1025 mm. Already I solved this, you can also solve that. So you are going to get, after simplification, delta is equal to 1.05 mm, right? So I got my free expansion. What is the meaning of the free expansion? Means without this any constant, I am going to get my particular, this all total is, this is 1.1025 mm, but it will be not go up to there, it will be just up to here only, so it will be not go up to here. So what I need to be do, I need to be minus that thing. So what is my total net expansion is, so due to fixed support in other end, and expansion will get restrained. So if expansion will get restrained, then what is my expansion? So how much expansion I am going to get? So I am going to get delta net is equal to how much? Delta net is equal to, you all know that is going to get 1.1025 minus of 0.00, how much it is? 0.04. So this will be 0.04 mm, it will be stay up to there only, it cannot move after this. So let us say now delta net is equal to, how much I am going to get if I will solve this, then I am going to get from here 0.77025. This is the particular my expansion I am getting in this particular figure. So let us say this I am getting from here to combination of both. So I am getting this concluded full length expansion, that is the delta is equal to 0.025 mm. Now let us calculate the forces. So how to calculate the forces? So already I told you earlier that delta is equal to sigma S plus sigma Cu. So if this delta net I will keep the value 0.702 is equal to sigma S. So what is the sigma S is P divided by, sorry, there is a little mistake. This delta is equal to delta S plus delta Cu. So I got delta net. So delta net is equal to 0.7025, and this delta S is for steel. So you all know what is the delta. So we all know delta due to these forces. How much is due to these forces? P divided by PL divided by AE. This is for steel, plus PL divided by AE. This is for copper. This is for steel and this is for copper. Now if I will calculate this, then from here I can calculate my P for both. Am I right? So I can calculate my P value. So let us say that. Let us put all the values in this. So put all the values. So what I am going to get from here? 0.725 is equal to how much? So put all the values. You know that P I have to calculate. I know the length. So for my steel the length is into 500 divided by, I know this particular area. So area is how much? Pi by 4 into particular diameter is 75 per square into E value for steel. I know that 2 into 10 raised to power 5, and plus I know these values as well. So it is P into distance is 750 divided by pi by 4, diameter is given 50 per square into the particular E value. So E value is given, I guess, 0.75 into 10 raised to power 5. If I will solve this particularly, then I will get 0.25. This is the total net. Already I calculated total net. So the total net. So after the simplification, I will get 0. This I am going to get P into 6.025 256 into 10 raised to power minus 6. This is after simplification I got. And from here, if I want to calculate the P value, so from here this will go down. So from here I am getting the P value 658.34 Newton. If I want to change this value in kilonewton, then I know that divided by 10 raised to power 3, because Newton is small, I want to convert into big, then I know that 1 kilonewton is equal to 10 raised to power 3 Newton. So it will be divided, so it will be get 0.584 kilonewton. So I got my P value. Similarly, I can calculate the sigma value now. This is not a difficult now because all of you know that. So this is your homework as well. So for example, I want to calculate a steel value for sigma value for my steel. Then I need to do what? The particular P divided by AS. P is common for both. That is the 116.58. So I will put the P value over here divided by area of, and similarly this is for CU. I will get P divided by AS. So AU, CU. So this is the question, how I solved that and how I determined these all values. I hope you understood this question, and you know the sigma units as well. So units are very important because we converted all our things in Newton per mm square. So all the units are Newton per mm square. As unit, you can simplify the unit as per your requirement, as you require. So thank you for this class. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you.